Sorry. I didn't know my mic was on. I thought I turned it off. Gondara. Hello. Hotline. Gondara. How's everybody doing? Are y'all doing well? Gondara, gondara. I hear her. Hello, hello. Okay, okay, hold on. Gondara. Can you see the fireplace behind me? Hold on. Hi. Can you hear the fireplace? Is it too loud? Okay. Adora. Adora. Hello. I have a little Christmas hat on because it's Christmas. Hello, hello. Okay, let me talk at my normal volume first. Can we hear the fireplace? Is it too loud? Shall I turn it down? I just realized you can't hear my BGM either. Yeah, I think it's fine, right? Ohadara! Ohadara! Hello! How y'all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Hi! Hello! Are you all excited for the first ASMR stream ever? I've never done one before, so this is my first time doing something like this. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone! Hello, Merry Christmas Eve. I hope you're all having a good Christmas Eve. Today, Merry Christmas Eve! It's almost Christmas. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited for ASMR as well? So, disclaimer, I've never done ASMR before. This is my first time ever doing ASMR. And I will say I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know what makes people tingle or like whatever you want to call it, that, you know, the ASMR feelings that you get. I've never done that before, so I think that if at any point in time I'm doing something that you don't like, or something that doesn't feel good, or you want me to change something up, please let me know. I have never I've never done this before, and I do not have a fancy microphone for ASMR. I only have my regular microphone that I'm currently using, and I'm whispering really, really softly, but I don't know if you can actually hear me. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can. Sorry. Hi. You guys hear anything the past second? Someone called for me, but I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could hear that. Did you guys hear my daughter call me? Say yes if you did. Say no if you didn't. But yes, hello. I've not started yet. I've not started the ASMR yet. I thought it was a goat. You couldn't hear it? Could you hear her, Logan? You couldn't hear her? No? Okay, good. So, I haven't started the ASMR yet, but I'm already whispering. So, yeah. I'm just, Yeah. I'm a little bit nervous. Can you guys tell? I've never done ASMR before. So, this is my very first time. Let me adjust my microphone a little bit. Okay. So, I hope you can hear me because I'm going up really close. I'm going up really close to the microphone now. And yeah, I've never done this before, so I don't mind suggestions for minor tweaks. No, you can let me know if there's anything that I can do to improve. On the ASMR aspect, because I don't know, I've never done this before. This is my first time. I'm a baby in the ASMR, but I like it. I like watching ASMR streams and ASMR videos, so I wanted to attempt my own. Mm, mm. Yeah. Hello. Hi. You've got nothing to sweat. You've got an audience. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being so sweet. Mm, mm. Okay. How was your days? If you guys want to tell me about your days before I get into the ASMR. I have never talked this quietly in my life before. And so if I'm gonna have like some vocal fry too, which some people have said that they like, but I am just trying things out. Yeah. So good morning. Sorry. Good morning. How was your day? You just woke up? If you just woke up, good morning. If it's nighttime for you, hello. I hope you're doing well. You guys can hear me. You guys can hear me loud and clear, right? Yes. Okay. You have a fever? I hope that you get well soon. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, get well soon. Nobody deserves to be sick on the weekends. I mean, no, not the weekends, the holidays. So, okay, I'm glad that you guys can hear me because I can barely hear myself. Okay? But we're gonna be here. I'm your host. Where I'm gonna be reading poems for you. I have a I have a book of poems in front of me, and we're gonna pick one out to read. I've never so although I have had this book for forever, I have never really read it in its entirety. So in any case, if any of you have any recommendations or any poems, any requests for poems that you want me to read, I would be happy to do so. So, if you guys have any poems you want me to read, that you want me to, look through, I would love to read it for you. You can just leave the name in the comment section and I will get around to it. So, let me pick out a poem real quick. Actually, maybe I can read. You can drop the names of the poems for me. If you could do that, that would be really helpful. And I can look it up. Poetry is a great starting point to work with. Thank you. So you can leave some of the names or of the poems that you like, and I would be happy to do so. So I would like to read one by Mary Oliver because I actually did a read a poem by her for one of my videos. So I'm just trying to find the one that I really like. But I think okay, this one. So this is by Mary Oliver. In the comments. Did you mean the comment section? Oh no, I mean in the chat. Sorry. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Mm-hmm. Hi. Yes. Okay, let me read this poem by Mary Oliver. This one is called Sleeping in the Forest. And it says, and I think it's really apt because I love to sleep, right? So, this is Sleeping in the Forest by Mary Oliver. So it goes, I thought the earth remembered me. She took me back so tenderly, arranging her dark skirts, her pockets full of lichens and seeds. I slept as never before. A stone on the riverbed, nothing between me and the white fire of the stars. But my thoughts, and they floated, light as moths, among the branches of the perfect trees. All night I heard the small kingdoms breathing around me, the insects and the birds who do their work in the darkness. All night I rose and fell, as if in water, grappling with a luminous doom. By morning, I had vanished at least a dozen times into something better. That was the first poem. What do you guys think? I really like Mary Oliver's stuff. I also really like Richard Sikens. So, I don't know how I sound right now to you guys in who are watching the stream and who are watching the VOD. Hello, VOD watchers. I know I see you guys too. Because I didn't get the chance to test out my setup before I go live, because I was pretty busy with some work. So I hope that you're all relaxing. I hope you're all feeling more sleepy maybe. If you're putting me on in the background, I hope that you'll be able to fall asleep, to rest well. Know that I am watching over you in your dreams, and you will do well today, tomorrow, in the future, and give yourself some grace. Let yourself, rest. Let your weary bones rest. Right. And the next one is by... Who is this by? Let me see. I'm just pulling out all the poems that I remember, actually. This one is by Margaret Atwood. So, it's called Morning in the Burned House. In the burned house, I am eating breakfast. You understand. There is no house, there is no breakfast, and yet here I am. The spoon which was melted scrapes against the bowl which was melted also. No one else is around. Where have they gone off to? Brother and sister, mother and father. Off along the shore. Perhaps. Their clothes are still on the hangers. Their dishes piled up beside the sink, which is beside the wood stove with its great and sooty kettle. Every detail clear, tin cup and rippled mirror. The day is bright and songless. The lake is blue, the forest watchful. In the east, a bank of cloud rises up silently like dark bread. Hold on. There's more. And I didn't see that. Okay. I can see the swirls in the oilcloth. I can see the flaws in the glass. Those flares where the sun hits them. I can't see my own legs or arms, or know if this is a trap or blessing. Finding myself back here, where everything in this house has long been over. Kettle and mirror, spoon and bowl, including my own body. Including the body that I had then, including the body I have now, as I sit at this morning table, alone and happy. Bare child's feet on the scorched floorboards. I can almost see, in my burning clothes, the thin green shorts and grubby yellow t-shirt, holding my cindery non-existent, radiant flash, incandescent. That's the second one. What do you guys think? Your voice is so soothing. Thank you. I'm glad you think that. I hope that this brings at least one of you some comfort whenever you need it. You know, you can put it on in the background while you're working, or if you need something to ground yourself with, you could put it on in the background as well. I would be happy if it helps someone. Mm-hmm. Very comfy? I'm glad to hear that. Let me see. Alright. The third poem is In Time of War by W.H. Auden. Okay? And so it goes. So from the years the gifts were showered, each ran off with his at once into his life. Bee took the politics to make the hive. Fish swim as fish. Peach settled into peach. And were successful at the first endeavor. The hour of birth, their only time at college. They were content with their precautious knowledge, and knew their station, and were good forever. Till finally there came a childish creature, on whom the years could model any feature, and fake with ease a leopard or a dove, who, by the lightest wind, was changed and shaken, and looked for truth, and was continually mistaken, and envied his few friends and chose his love. They wondered why the fruit had been forbidden. It taught them nothing new. They hid their pride, but did not listen much when they were children. They knew exactly what to do outside. They left. Immediately the memory faded. Of all they learned, they could not understand. The dogs now, who, before, had always aided. The stream was dumb, with whom they'd always planned. They wept and quarreled. Freedom was so wild. In front, maturity, as he ascended, retired like a horizon from the child. The dangers and the punishments grew greater, and the way back by angels was defended against the poet and the legislator. Only a smell had feelings to make known. Only an eye could point in a direction. The fountain's utterance was the self alone. The bird meant nothing, that was his projection. Who named it as he hunted it for food? He felt the interest in his throat, and found that he could send his servant to the wood, or kiss his bride, to rapture with a sound. They bred like locusts till they hit the green and edges of the world, and he was abject, and to his own creation became subject, and shook with hate for things he'd never seen, and knew of love without love's proper object, and was oppressed as he had never been. He stayed and was imprisoned in possession. The seasons stood like guards about his ways. The mountains chose the mother of his children, and like a conscience the sun ruled his days. Oh, this is long. Okay, I think it's good to stop there because this is very long. But that was the second poem, or at least one good half of it, 1/3 of it. It's called In Time of War. Hi, Merry Christmas, Adora. Hello, Merry Christmas. Are you guys enjoying yourself so far? I hope you are. So. Yep. Okay, good. That's good to know. I'm glad you're all enjoying yourselves. I'm not trying to make you sound self-conscious or anything. I'm not really suffering from nasal congestion right now, no. That's just how I sound. I can already feel my body melting. Good, good, good. So, let me... I don't know if you can hear me like touching the microphone I'm trying to brush it with my fingers. I don't know if that sounds good or not. I don't think you can hear it, but that's okay. So, let's see. Let's find another poem, shall we? Alright. Let's see. Okay. Winter's Embrace by Sector. I can read that. Let me look it up. Okay. I don't know if I have the right one. There's many different poems by the name of Winter's Embrace. So, I am not sure. I tried looking up the one. Hold on. Oh, I think I found it. Okay. I'm not sure which one it is. Hold on. I can't find it. I can't find the poem you're talking about. Hi, Adora. Hello. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Hi. Are you all enjoying yourselves? Mm. Okay. So let me find another poem. Good morning, Adora. Good morning. Are you having a good morning? Okay. So, this is by Richard Syken, okay? And it's called Meanwhile. Driving, dogs barking, how you get used to it, how you make the new street yours. Trees outside the window and a big band, sound that makes you feel like everything's okay. A feeling that lasts for one song, maybe. The parentheses all clicking shut behind you. The way we move through time and space, or only time. The way it's night for many miles and then suddenly it's not. It's breakfast and you're standing in the shower for over an hour, holding the bar of soap up to the light. I will keep watch. I will water the yard. Knot the tie and go to work. I knot the tie and go to sleep. I sleep. I dream. I make up things that I would never say. I say them very quietly. The trees in the wind, the streetlights on, the click and flash of cigarettes being smoked on a lawn. And just like a little kiss before we say goodnight, it spins like a wheel inside you. Green, yellow, green, blue, green, beautiful, green. It's simple. It isn't over. It's just begun. It's green. It's still green. How was that one? I like that one a lot. That one's really nice. Bliss? That's good. Good morning. Hello. Are you guys enjoying yourselves? I hope you are. A relaxing poem? Yes. I am glad that you guys like it. Okay, let's see. Shall we find another? This one. Okay. So this next one is also by Richard Syken, and it's called Scheherazade. Tell me about the dream where we pulled the bodies out of the lake and dressed them in warm clothes again. How it was late and no one could sleep. The horses running until they forget that they are horses. It's not like a tree but the roots have to end somewhere. It's more like a song on a policeman's radio. How we rolled up the carpet so we could dance, and the days were bright red, and every time we kissed, there was another apple to slice into pieces. Look at the light through the window pane. That means it's noon. That means we're unconsolable. Tell me how all this and love too will ruin us. These are bodies possessed by light. Tell me we'll never get used to it. This poem, that's the other poem that I was reading. Al-Hadara. So that was Scheherazade by Richard Saiken, another of my favorite poems by this guy. My favorite line is, tell me how all this and love too will ruin us. These are bodies possessed by light. Tell me we'll never get used to it. I like it a lot. Twas the night before Christmas. Before Adora. Let's see. Let's read another one, shall we? Okay. Okay. That's such a great one. I agree. Shall we read a poem by Emily Dickinson? Okay. Alright. Let's see. The next one is by Emily Dickinson. The moon, it's called The Moon. The moon was but a chin of gold a night or two ago, and now she turns her perfect face upon the world below. Her forehead is of amplest blonde, her cheek like beryl stone, her eye unto the summer dew, the likest I have known. Her lips of amber never part, but what must be the smile upon a friend she could bestow, were such a silver will. And what a privilege to be but the remotest star, for certainly her way might pass beside your twinkling door. I'm feeling a little bit sleepy myself reading you guys these poems. I hope you're all feeling a little bit sleepy too, a little bit relaxed. You know, hopefully one day I am able to get like a little video mic, so when I'm speaking in your ear like this, I can just you can imagine me just touching the ear a little bit, you know, cupping it. Yeah. Sorry. I am sleepy a little bit. Yeah. You guys enjoying the readings? Okay, let's see. Let's find another poem. Okay. Yawn tingles, really? Did you really get a tingle from me yawning? Oh, just reading the word yawn is making me want to yawn again. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to find another poem, okay? Alright, so this is by Edgar Allan Poe. This is called titled Alone. From childhood's hour I have not been, as others were, I have not seen. As others saw, I could not bring my passions from a common spring. For the same source I have not taken, my sorrow I could not awaken, my heart to joy at the same tone, and all I loved alone. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled and its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning in the sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view. Yeah, that was yet another poem. Maybe y'all feeling good? Good? You feeling good? Okay. That was loud, wasn't it? Sorry. Okay. Okay, let's read another from. I don't know if you can hear the pages rustling. I'm trying my best. Can you hear the pages rustling from my book? Okay. The next one is called The Crossroads by W.H. Auden. So let's read this one, shall we? So it's called The Crossroads. The friends who met here and embraced are gone. Each to his own mistake, one flashes on. To fame and ruin in a rowdy lie, a village torpor holds the other one. Some local wrong where it takes time to die. The empty junction glitters in the sun. So to all quays and crossroads, who can tell? All places of decision and farewell. To what disorder all adventure leads. What parting gift could give the friend protection, so oriented his salvation needs, the badlands and the sinister direction. All landscapes and all weathers freeze with fear, but none have ever thought, the legends say, the time allowed made it impossible. For even the most pessimistic set the limit of their errors at a year. What friends could be then, left then to betray? What joy take longer to atone for? Yet, who would complete without the extra day the journey that should take no time at all? That's another one. Honestly, if I run out of poems, I could just pick up one of my books and start reading it to you, don't you think? I do have a classic by William Faulkner that I could read to you guys too. I would love to keep reading poems, but I'm afraid that I will eventually run out. So, if I have no more poems, but I have a number of poem suggestions if you need them. I will love them, yes. Okay, then let's read another one. Now the leaves are falling fast. Nurse's flowers will not last. Nurses to the graves are gone, and the prams go rolling on. Whispering neighbors left and right pluck us from the real delight, and the active hands must freeze, lonely on the separate knees. Dead in hundreds at the back, follow wooden in our track, arms raised stiffly to reprove the false attitudes of love. Starving through the leafless wood, trolls run scolding for their food, and the nightingale is dumb, and the angel will not come. Cold, impossible ahead, lifts the mountain's lovely head, whose white waterfall could bless travelers in their last distress. Yeah. I feel like with poems, a lot of the times, I worry that I'm a little bit too stupid to kind of grasp what they mean, and so that's why sometimes I just like reading over them and not going too much into them. So, but these are really nice, I think. I like these kinds of poems that make you feel something. And in this Christmas Eve, to be able to share all of this with you, my gift. And my gift being my time spent with you guys. I am so happy that I get to be your High Priestess. And I'm so happy that you found me after so many thousands of years of sleeping, and you decided to take a chance on me. So thank you if you're watching this stream right now. Thank you for tuning in, whether it's you replying to me on Twitter or, you know, chatting in my streams, turning out for my streams, you know, commenting on my community posts. I see you guys too there. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that when you feel like there's nobody in this world who cares about you, or when you feel so desolate to think that no one cares, know that I care. At least I care. Okay? I am certain that many people care about you, but if there is no more hope for you to feel, if you're in a really dark place, I want you to know I care about you. And I hope that whatever dark period you're going through, I hope that it passes soon, because I know it will. If there is one thing that I have learned from my time as a High Priestess, from my time sleeping for 1,000 years, is that time will still pass, no matter what. And as time passes, all you can really do is you cannot control, you know, how you feel. You cannot control how you respond. But what you also cannot control is that time will pass, no matter what you do. So, isn't it better to spend that time loving other people? Isn't it better to spend that time being happy? I'm not saying don't be anxious. I'm not saying don't be sad. I'm not saying don't be angry, don't be this, don't be that. But if there's one thing I can tell you is to cherish your time on this earth. Spend every minute like it counts. Even if it's just a Sunday night or if it's a Saturday afternoon, it still counts. It still matters. So, I hope you guys can glean that from being with me. I am feeling so sleepy. I'm feeling sleepy myself. Let me drink some water so that I don't fall asleep. Basically, it would be bad to fall asleep. It would be very bad. Okay. I drank some water. And now I feel a little bit better. Mm. I'm not I'm not drained. Don't worry about me. I'm just very sleepy because I think I'm doing something that's pretty sleep worthy. Speaking this slowly and softly and right into your ear. It also makes me feel a little bit sleepy, you know? I'm sure you guys don't mind if I fall asleep on your lap, right? But, you know, you can say, you can tell me how the ASMR is making you feel. I hope that I hope that it's helping you relax. Excuse me. No, that's tingly. Good, good, good. I don't know what counts for tingly, so I'm really just doing anything and everything, including just frying my voice. But, but what about this? What if I give you a kiss? Oh, scandalous. Okay, here, here. Mm, how was that? My first try. Was that good? Okay. Mm, there we go. Those are the only kisses you get. That's the only two kisses you get. Okay. mm, mm, mm. Okay. Let's see. Let's find another poem that I like. I don't know. Best gift ever. Okay, Merry Christmas. Okay, one more. Alright? No, I'm just kidding. Alright. Let me find. Okay. Let's read this one. It's uh oh, Ozymandias. Okay. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculpture well those passions red which yet survived, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed, and on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, the mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of the colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away." That was by Percy Shelley. Merry Christmas. Good morning, good morning. We're just reading a poem right now, nothing big. Okay, let me read another one, okay? So, another poem. This one is Bali. This one is by Lord Byron, okay? It's titled She Walks in Beauty. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens over her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place, and on that cheek and over that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. That was She Walks in Beauty by Lord Byron. Merry Christmas, Adora. Merry Christmas. I can't believe it's Christmas Eve here already. I know. It doesn't feel like it. It was Christmas Eve all of today for me. And it still doesn't feel like Christmas Eve. I will say that. So, how was your day? I hope your day has been good. Oh, my weakness. Heavenly ASMR. Hello. I hope that you're having a good day. Wherever you are. I'm feeling very sleepy. I'm like my body is very warm and very heavy. My day is just starting, but I hope yours was good. Mine was good. Mine was really good. I had good food. I had a meal with my loved ones. I, you know, it was good. Mm. Oh, oh. Excuse me. Sorry. Mm. It came too fast. Hopefully 2025 is a bit slower. I can't wait to enjoy it with you. I can't wait to enjoy 2025 with you guys too. I really can't. Mm. Time is passing by faster the older it is for everyone who notices their age. That is mine. That is almost 10 a.m. for me. I see. I will say that for sure, I have noticed that it is. Time has been passing by a lot faster than I would like, and sometimes I look back and I lament myself for letting time slip past so fast, but a life that you have lived is not a life wasted. That's all I will say. Oh my gosh, I'm so sleepy. Even I am not immune, it seems, to my own magic, or however you want to call it. Okay, shall we read another poem? So, this one is When We Two Parted by Lord Byron. When we two parted, in silence and tears, half broken hearted, to sever for years, Pale grew thy cheek and cold, colder thy kiss. Truly, that hour foretold sorrow to this. The dew of the morning sunk chill on my brow. It felt like the warning of what I feel now. The vows are all broken, and light is thy fame. I hear thy name spoken, and share in its shame. They name thee before me, a knell to mine ear. A shudder comes over me. Why wert thou so dear? Thought they know not I knew thee, who knew thee too well. Long, long shall I rue thee, too deeply to tell. Thy secret we met, thy silence I grieve, that thy heart could forget, thy spirit deceive. If I should meet thee after long years, how should I greet thee with silence and tears? That one's really nice too. What'd you think? Her voice is so heavenly. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It made me happy to see VOLs get a Gen 2, and I've been loving watching you guys so far. Thank you. Please also support my senpais from Gen 1. They're all so lovely and so kind, and they're so nice to me and to my Gen mates. So if you could follow them too, that would be really nice. I think, you know. Okay, what next? Oh, I'm trying not to fall asleep. But it's so hard. Yeah. Okay. Lord Byron is always a good source. I do like Lord Byron. I did watch a comprehensive video on his life recently that just dissected Lord Byron's, like, his life, his paramours, the way he grew up and all that. I thought it was pretty fascinating. Did you know he slept with his own half sister? I think her name was Augusta. He was in love with his own half sister. So, and they did have an affair. I'm pretty sure they did. Oh god. Her voice is so powerful she can't handle it either. Apparently. What? Yeah. So Lord Byron, Lord Byron was very promiscuous, you could say. In his life, he had many lovers of both male and female persuasion. But the more notable ones are rumored to be Mary Shelley, and I forgot her husband's name, but I know he's another Shelley. It was rumored that they had a threesome. There's also his half sister Augusta, and then there was also a couple of very young boys. So he was also apparently very obsessed with with ancient Greece and with Greek culture. So Adora, your voice is so cute. Thank you. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for saying that. This is your first time, right? Chatting at least. Percy Bysshe Shelley, you read a poem by him earlier. Yes, I did. Sorry, names just tend to slip past me, at least. But I am not immune. His Lord Byron, huh? Yes, he was. Let's read. Me right now, your brother. Okay. Next is by Margaret Atwood. The poem is titled Nothing. Okay. I write in. Nothing like love to put blood back in the language, the difference between the beach and its discrete rocks and shards, a hard cuneiform, and a tender cursive of waves, bone and liquid fish egg, desert and salt marsh, a green push out of death. The vowels plump again like lips or soaked fingers, and the fingers themselves move around these softening pebbles as around skin. The sky is not vacant, and over there, but close against your ears, molten, so near you can taste it. It tastes of salt. What touches you is what you touch. That's Nothing by Margaret Atwood. Oh, oh. I'm doing fine, and thanks. This is my first interaction here. Hello. I noticed. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you have a good Christmas Eve and a good Christmas. Thank you for joining in. Let me walk around for a bit. Maybe I need to do that myself. Maybe I gotta stretch, you know? Let me stretch a little bit, okay? Mm. Mm. Oh, sorry I keep yawning. I don't mean to yawn on purpose, but it is very relaxing to do ASMR. I don't know how people do ASMR without falling asleep, but I know I am. I am falling asleep. A little bit. I worded that wrongly. That was the first time I chatted here. Oh, yeah, I noticed. Hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi. Hope you have a great Christmas as well. Your ASMR is great. Too great. I'm glad you fell asleep. That means it's taking the effect that I want it to take. One down, more to go. If at any point you feel like falling asleep, please do so if you want to. Know that you are safe with me and that nothing can harm you. Have a good rest. Let your soul rest and dream. I keep yawning. Ay. Okay, next let's read another one. This is by Margaret Atwood again, called The Moment. The moment when, after many years of hard work and a long voyage, you stand in the center of your room. House, half acre, square mile, island, country, knowing at last how you got there, and say, I own this. It's the same moment when these trees unloose their soft arms from around you. The birds take back their language. The cliffs fissure and collapse. The air moves back from you like a wave, and you can't breathe. No, they whisper. You own nothing. You were a visitor, time after time, climbing the hill, planting the flag, proclaiming, we never belonged to you. You never found us. It was always the other way around. I'm trying to control my yawns now, so. I'm just like, whoa. Oh. That's good. You couldn't even hear it. Or at least I tried to make sure you couldn't hear it. Okay. Do you guys want me to read you a book? Maybe? Instead of poems? That might keep me more awake. I don't know. Because with poems, it gives me time to pause and to yawn. Mm. Mm. The moment by Margaret wasn't understanding when a book is welcomed. Mm. I'm in for it. ASMR go so good. It's working on herself. It is working on myself a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Can you be good for me? And wait here? And I'll go and get a book. Do you guys have any preferences for what kind of book I read? I feel like I should read something more modern. That's just me though. ASMR so good she's falling asleep to it, yeah. Okay, give me a minute. I'm going to go to my bookshelf and pick up a book, okay? For you to read to you, to all of you. And if it turns out to be romance, please don't be disappointed. That's half of my bookshelf. But I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. Oh my god. I forgot. I forgot that I had. I just heard her yawning. No, you didn't. Oh, sorry. No, you didn't. Oh my god. I was trying not to laugh too loud and it ended up making me sound like I honked like a duck. That's so silly. No, how did the mic catch that? I thought I was far enough. Okay, so the reason why I exclaimed is because I actually found a little book of short stories that I forgot I had. I have not read it yet. So, I forgot that I had this, and now that I'm looking at it, it's a bunch of children's stories. So, okay, let's get into it, alright? The first one is called The Magic Horse. Once upon a time, there was a little magic horse. He had a silver mane and a silver tail and 4 little silver hooves. He belonged to a little boy, but the boy did not know that he was magic. He kept him in a stable at the back of his house. One day, the boy went to ride the little horse. He went to the stable and he put on his bridle and his saddle, and up he got to ride him. Hardly was he in the saddle before the magic horse leaped up into the air, and away, away, away they flew over the housetops, over the chimneys, and over the trees, the moonlight sparkling on the horse's little silver hooves. The little horse was flying very fast indeed. Up, up, up they went, until the houses with their little chimneys down below all looked like toys. In the dark night sky, the silver stars were sparkling, and the crescent moon shone above their heads. On and on they flew through the blue night. In a few minutes, they were up amongst the sparkling stars. The little boy stretched out his hand and picked one out of the sky as they flew past. It was hot and shining. "I have a real star," he said to himself. "A sparkling star to keep for myself." On and on flew the little magic horse, his silver hooves flashing in the starlight. And now the little boy saw a great ribbon of color over his head. "It must be the rainbow," he cried. "We are flying right through the rainbow." Flash, flash went the colors as they rushed past. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Right through the colored ribbon of the rainbow they flew, and the little boy stretched out his hand and picked a piece of the rainbow out of the sky. It felt glowing and warm. "Now I have a sparkling star," he said, "and I have a piece of the rainbow, a real piece to keep for myself." On and on they flew, and now the little boy saw a great silver crescent in the sky in front of them. It was the moon, shining and bright in the dark sky. Right up close to the crescent moon they flew, and the little boy stretched out his hand to pick the moon out of the sky. But it was too big, and he flew right past. "Never mind," said the little boy. "I have a sparkling star, and I have a piece of the rainbow to keep. I will leave the moon in the sky for people on earth to look at." On again they flew, and now the little boy saw a great light in the sky in front of them. It grew nearer and nearer and nearer, and the little boy knew it was the sun. The little magic horse flew closer and closer to the sun, and the little boy stretched out his hand to catch a piece of it, but it was too hot to touch, and the little boy said, "Never mind. I have a sparkling star and a piece of the rainbow. I will leave the sun in the sky to warm all the people on earth." The little horse turned round to go home. Round and round the sky they flew, always getting closer to the earth below. And at last the boy could see the lights from the windows of his own home. They circled round the chimney pots, and in a few minutes they were down on the ground again. The boy led the magic horse back to his stable and took off his saddle and bridle. "Good night," he said to the little horse as he closed the stable door. "No one will know our secret. I will hide my sparkling star and my piece of the rainbow, and when I am grown up, I will give them to my best friend. Good night, little magic horse." So that's the first one, the first short story, and it's called The Magic Horse. Do you like that one? How are you feeling? Magic one. Magic horse. Extremely relaxed. Thank you. My cat is deep asleep after listening to you. Another one. Another one has been claimed. Okay. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Alright, one more. There are a lot of short stories in here, so I think by the time I'm done reading it, I should be done. So, the next one is called The Wise Shepherd. I'm holding on to consciousness for dear life, but I'm slipping. No, don't hold on. Just go to bed, okay? You want to go to sleep so bad. Mm. And for all of you who are here, hello. Thank you for coming. Give me a cute. You want me to give you a kiss? Here you go. Mm. Wait, how do I? Mm. There we go. Okay. The next story is called The Wise Shepherd. There was once a shepherd who lived high up in the hills. His home was a little cottage where he lived by himself. His clothes were a rough tunic of brown wool that he had made himself, and an old sheepskin cloak. All day long and through the night, he looked after his sheep high on the hillside. Now, while he sat watching his sheep in the green fields, the shepherd thought about many things. He watched the stars shining high in the dark sky, and he saw how beautiful they were. He looked at the flowers that grew in the grass around his feet and saw how beautiful they were too. He watched the little animals that lived in the grass as they went in and out, and saw how beautifully they were made. And as he saw all the beautiful things around him and thought about them, he grew to be wise. In time, the people who lived in the village heard about the shepherd and how wise he was, and many came to him to ask him for help with their troubles. The shepherd always gave them a wise answer, so that they went away happy. Before long, the people in the next village heard about the wise shepherd, and they, too, came to him with their troubles, and always he gave a wise answer, and they went away happy. And so the news about the shepherd spread through all the country, until at last it came to the ears of the king himself. When the king heard it, he thought, I should like to see the shepherd who is said to be so wise. I will disguise myself and go and find out if he really is as wise as men say, and if the story people tell is true. He took an old tunic of rough wool and a cloak, such as shepherds wear. Taking off his rich clothes, he put on the tunic and the cloak. Then, disguised as a poor man, and without saying anything to anyone, he set out for the hills. It was a long way over a rough road to where the shepherd lived, high up in the hills, and the king was tired and dusty by the end of the journey. The shepherd was sitting on the grass, watching his sheep, but when he saw the king walking up the hillside, he got up and went to meet him. Welcome, friend, he said. Come and rest for a while, for I see you have come a long journey. I have no wine to give you, but I have water and bread. You are welcome to all I have. He took off his sheepskin cloak, spread it on the grass before the king. The king thanked him and sat down in the sheepskin. Then the shepherd set for him water and bread and watched while he ate and rested himself. When he had finished eating and was rested, the king began to ask many questions of the shepherd, and to every question the shepherd gave a wise answer. The king went on asking questions until the sun went down and the stars were shining in the night sky. And then at last he rose and said, I thank you for your kindness, and now I must leave you, for I still have a long journey up before me. Poor men must needs move on. Then the shepherd said, Friend, I do not believe that you are a poor man. Your clothes are rough, but you wear them as someone who used to better things. You speak gently, not like a poor man, but as one who is used to commanding others. You speak like a king. I believe, indeed I am sure, then you really are the king. Then the king knew that this was indeed a wise man who could see through his disguise. He threw off his cloak and said to him, I am indeed the king in disguise. I see for sure that you are a wise man, and all that many tales I have heard of you are true. Now I shall make you ruler over part of my lands. Let me take a bit of water first. Okay. So the shepherd became ruler over part of the king's lands around his own village. The news soon spread, and the people were happy when they heard that he was to be the ruler, for they knew him to be just and wise. He left his little cottage high on the hillside and went to live in a big house where he had many servants to wait on him, fine clothes to wear, and a stable full of horses to ride, and for a long time he ruled wisely and well. Not all the people in his part of the land were good, however, and after some time, some of them began to say, a ruler has a great house. He has many servants to wait on him, fine clothes to wear, and a stable full of horses to ride. Why should he be proud? Who is he, after all? He is nothing but a poor shepherd. There was one odd thing, too, about the shepherd. Wherever he went on his journeys, he always took with him a big box, tied with bands of metal, and no one had ever seen what was inside it. Some people began to ask questions about it. What does he keep in that big box, with its bands of metal, that he takes on all his journeys? They asked. It must be full of treasure, for he takes such great care of it. Perhaps it is full of precious stones. And before long they began to say, perhaps it is not full of precious stones, but the money that we give for our lands. That is not right, for the money belongs to the king. He must be keeping it for himself. Soon the story spread through all the land, until at last the king himself heard about it. At first he could not believe that the wise shepherd could do such a thing, but he could not rest until he was sure if the story were true or not, so he made up his mind to find out the truth for himself. He commanded his servants to fetch his best horse from the stable, and taking some of his men with him, he set out again to journey to the part of his lands where the shepherd was the ruler. When the shepherd saw the king and his servants, he went out to meet them. My king, he said, be welcome to my house. Come and rest after your journey. But the king only looked down at him from his horse, and at first he did not speak. Then he said, what is this I hear about you? That you have become proud, and that you rob the poor and keep the money for yourself. Am I to believe the tales I hear? Come, answer me and tell me the truth. It is not true, my king, answered the shepherd. I do not rob the poor, and I think I am not proud. There is no truth in what you have heard. I have ruled your people as you commanded. Why would they say such things about me? Then the king asked him about the box with the metal bands that he took everywhere with him on his journeys. Many people say that it is full of the money that they have given for their lands, he said. Then he asked the shepherd to open it and let him see what was inside. The shepherd commanded his servants to fetch the box. They put it down before the king, and when they had gone, the shepherd untied the bands and opened it. He threw back the lid, and the king looked inside. There were no precious stones inside it, no money and no treasure. There was nothing there but an old sheepskin and a brown woolen tunic. Yes, said the shepherd, it is my old tunic and the sheepskin that I used to wear before I became a ruler. The sheepskin that I spread on the grass for my king when he first visited me. I keep them always with me and take them everywhere I go in case I should ever become proud. And so used to being a ruler that I forget that once I was a poor shepherd. Then the king was sad that he should have ever listened to the tales of bad men, and he took the shepherd by the hand. I know that you have told me the truth, he said. I believe that you are indeed a wise and good man. Of this I am sure, and now you shall be the first of all my rulers, high over all. I shall command the people that they should listen to you and do always as you say. And when I am gone, you shall rule over all the lands in my place. So the shepherd became a great man, but he never became proud, and he never forgot the days when he was nothing but a poor shepherd. That's the next one. I am feeling really sleepy. I'm really very sleepy too, actually. Sorry, I'm fixing my microphone so that I can lay on the table. Hi, hello, how are you? Are you good? Are you all feeling okay? Nap time? I wish I could. Is the curse affecting the wielder? A little bit, yes. It does not help that I woke up very early for my dental appointment today. And now I am so Hello? Okay, I'm back. I adjusted my microphone a little bit too much and I accidentally turned it off. What if I fall asleep on stream because of my own ASMR? That would be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I'm trying so hard to not fall asleep. It's so hard. I like fables? Me too. EP, yeah, EP. I'm down for a story. Good, good, good. I think talking yourself to sleep is an achievement. You guys don't understand. Doing this is very, like, I feel sleepy because I'm talking in a slow, soft way, and I'm reading bedtime stories. It's very, very sleepy inducing, okay? I'm just like, oh, I want to fall asleep so badly. I wanna, I'm like, ooh, I'm so sleepy. Mm. Adora's ASMR is super effective. I hope so. I genuinely, can you guys give me a review right now, please? On Yelp? Or can you use chat right now? I want a review of my ASMR. How is it so far? Is it good? How's it making you feel? Is it making you feel good? Amazing? Good, good, good. Oh my god, I'm trying not to fall asleep. Okay. Let's read another one, shall we? Okay. The next one is called Timothy and the Elephant. The first thing Timothy saw when he looked out of his bedroom window yesterday morning was an elephant. This would not have been so strange if the elephant had not been a blue one. Timothy had never seen an elephant at the bottom of his garden, and he certainly had never seen a blue one. Good gracious me, he exclaimed, and he looked again to make sure he had not made a mistake. Good gracious me, he repeated. How very curious. Good gracious me. What a curious thing to see an elephant at the bottom of the garden, and a blue elephant too. It is certainly the most curious thing that has ever happened. I had better go and find out what it is doing. Timothy dressed himself and ran out into the garden. The elephant was still there, waving its trunk about in the air and looking rather lonely. Hello, said Timothy. How do you do? The elephant stopped waving its trunk and looked down at Timothy, who suddenly felt rather small. As the elephant did not answer, Timothy wondered what to say next. Perhaps it is hungry, he thought to himself, and he spoke to the elephant again. Have you had your breakfast yet? He asked. No, said the elephant. Thank you very much for asking. I should like some bacon and eggs, please. Timothy thought it was rather curious for an elephant to eat bacon and eggs, but then it seemed to be such a curious elephant that anything might happen. So he went indoors and fetched a plate of bacon and eggs, which the elephant ate up rather quickly. Thank you, said the elephant. Bacon and eggs are just right for breakfast, and now I am thinking of building a nest. I should be grateful if you would help me, for I am not very good at building nests. Timothy said he was not at all sure about building elephants' nests, but he said he should be certainly very pleased to help it. And they spent a busy morning collecting sticks and twigs, which the elephant arranged carefully with its trunk. When it had quite finished building the nest of the elephant, it sat down on it and went to sleep. It slept up to tea time, and then it woke up. Now, it said, I will tell you my story, if you would care to listen. Yes, certainly, said Timothy. I am sure it must be very interesting. I am a very famous elephant, the elephant said. All blue elephants are famous because there's only a few of us. We only come out on Fridays and Saturdays, and then we spend most of our time building nests. You are very lucky to see me, really, because all of the time I am invisible. I shall be invisible again tomorrow, and all my famous relations will be visible as well. Really, said Timothy. That is certainly most interesting. Please tell me more about your famous invisible relations. The elephant yawned, for it was getting sleepy again. Me too. Yes, it is interesting, he said. I cannot remember much more, but if you would be kind enough to bring me some eggs I can put them in my nest and keep them warm, then I should be able to have some with bacon and eggs for breakfast tomorrow. Timothy wondered where the elephant would get the bacon from, and how it would eat the bacon and eggs when it was invisible. But he was too polite to say anything and went off to fetch the eggs. When he came back, it was growing dark, and he could hardly see the elephant, for it was already becoming invisible. He slipped the eggs into the nest among the twigs, and the elephant arranged them carefully with its trunk. "Thank you," it said. "Thank you very much. That is most kind, I am sure." Then it curled up into a ball and went to sleep on its nest of twigs. When Timothy was sure that it was sound asleep, and he could tell because the elephant snored so loudly, he crept away back into the house. "I'm so sleepy. So sleepy." He tried to tell his family about the famous blue elephant down the garden, but by next morning the elephant was quite invisible, so nobody believed him. In the morning, Timothy went down to the bottom of the garden. The elephant, who was a very tidy animal, had cleared away all the twigs and sticks it had used for its nest, and at first Timothy thought there was nothing to be seen. Then, in the long grass under the hedge, he found 2 empty eggshells, which was all that was left of the elephant's breakfast. So that was Timothy and the elephant, and I'm feeling very sleepy. And I also need to be right back because I need to go to the bathroom. So, let me. I'll be right back, okay? Sorry, I'm back. I had to go and get some caffeine because I am falling asleep. Actively falling asleep. I was on. Oh jeez. No details, but I was falling asleep. So I had to grab some caffeine, but I am back. Hello. Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you. I'm drinking some tea right now. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. I'm back. I'm back. Hi. Potion that fends off the curse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You get it. You get it. Mm. Let me drink a little bit more. Although that might make me incapable of waking up or falling asleep rather. What kind of tea? It's just red tea. Oolong tea actually. I like it a lot. I need to get more Chinese tea. In particular, I want to get wu tea. Ooh, because I had uh I had lunch with I had like a family lunch today, and at the place that we ate at, they had pu tea, and it was really really nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It sounds good, honestly. It is. It is. I really like it. Let's just chat for a bit before I go into reading the next book. The next book is the next story. Sorry, the next story looks really nice and sweet too. I need to get more tea as well. Right now my stock is depleted. I just have my coconut oolong. Coconut oolong sounds really nice actually. And one they call hocus focus. That sounds familiar. Where is that from? Hmm? Are you all having fun? Okay, hold on. I feel like with times like Christmas time, the one important thing is to remember the Christmas cheer, whether that's in the spirit of Christmas cheer, whether that's hanging out with your loved ones, or you know, just hanging out with your loved ones. That's letting yourself have some grace, you know. Yes. Hocus Focus. I got from a convention, but it changes color when you add a bit of lemonade to it. It's cool. I have heard of it. Is it lemonade pea? I like. Oh no, is it blue flower pea? Okay. I need to drink oolong tea again. I'm enjoying the stream. I like oolong tea a lot. My favorite teas are oolong tea, red tea, any black base tea. So I like English breakfast. I like Earl Grey. I like all kinds of black tea, black base teas. And I also really like, what's that called? Pu'er. I also like chrysanthemum tea. So that's nice. It was too comfy and I dozed off. I like a comfy Paula's Green woman. Thank you. Thank you. I'm still a fan of Earl Grey and bergamot. I like bergamot. And I like lavender tea too. Mm. That sounds about right. I can check right now. Honestly, give me 1 sec to go in the pantry. Ah, okay. Let me read the next story for you. Okay. Hello. Hi. Okay. The next story is called The Little Dog and the Shoemaker. There was once a little dog who did not belong to anybody. He was a funny looking little dog with a patch over one eye and a stubby little tail. Everybody made fun of him because he was so small and because of his stubby tail and the patch over his eye. The boys threw stones at him and pulled his tail, and the girls laughed at him when they saw him running down the street. But he had one good friend who never made fun of him and never laughed at him because he was small. This was the shoemaker. He had a little shop right at the end of the street in the town where the little dog lived. One day, everybody had been laughing at him and making fun of him so much that the little dog felt very unhappy. So he went off to find his friend, the shoemaker. He found him busy in his shop, making a pair of shoes, and he crept in and curled up under the table with his tail between his legs. The shoemaker patted his head and told him how pleased he was to see him, but the little dog was so sad that he did not even wag his stubby little tail. He just lay there, curled up in a ball, his tail down between his legs and his ears drooping, until at last the shoemaker said, "We will have to do something about this. We cannot have everyone making fun of you and pulling your tail just because you are small. I must think of a plan." So, while he sat making his shoes, the shoemaker thought and thought. At last he said, "I have got it. I will make a magic spell." Sorry. I will make a magic spell that will teach all the people a lesson. They will not laugh at you anymore after I have made my spell. He at once got busy making a new pair of shoes, and while he was making them, he hummed a little tune to himself. For he was really a kind of wizard, as well as being a shoemaker. When he had finished the shoes, he put them in the window. "Now we shall see," he said. Before long, a boy came into the shop. The shoemaker knew that he was one of the boys who had been throwing stones at the little dog. So he said to him, "I have just the right pair of shoes for you, I think. Here they are in the window. They are quite new. I have only just finished making them." The boy tried on the new pair of shoes, and they fitted him exactly. He paid the shoemaker and went out into the street. As soon as his feet touched the pavement, the boy began to dance. He danced and danced and danced, all down the street, and he could not stop. Help! Help! He cried. I can't stop dancing. Someone help me to stop. But everyone who saw him only laughed and laughed. Look, they cried. Look at that funny boy dancing down the street. He can't stop. Did you ever see anything so funny? The boy danced away down the street between the cars, and the more he danced, the more the people laughed at him. As soon as he had gone, the shoemaker got busy making another pair of shoes, humming a little tune to himself all the time. And in a little while, a girl came into the shop to buy a pair of shoes. The shoemaker took the shoes out of the window and the girl tried them on. They fitted her exactly, and away she went out into the street. As soon as her feet touched the pavement, the same thing happened as before. The girl began to dance. She danced and danced all down the street, and she could do nothing to stop herself. Help! Help! She cried. I can't stop dancing. Someone please help me to stop. But all the people only laughed at her as she went dancing down the street. Look, they cried. She can't stop dancing. How funny she looks. And away she went, dancing through the town, with everyone laughing at her. And so it went on all through the day. The shoemaker was busy all day making all pairs of magic shoes, and he sold them all to the boys and girls who came to his shop. Every time they put them on, they began to dance, and they could not do anything to stop. Soon, there was quite a procession of boys and girls all dancing down the street and all over town. And the more they danced, the more everybody laughed at them. The procession went round and round the town and between the houses until the boys and girls were all tired. But they could not stop. At last, when the procession was going past the shoemaker's shop for the 17th time, the shoemaker went outside and held up his hand. Stop, he said, and listen to me. The boys and girls all stopped dancing at once. Now, he said, you know what it is like to be laughed at. I hope this has been a lesson to you. If you promise me never to laugh at this little dog again, or pull his tail, or throw stones at him, I will take off the spell. We promise, cried all the boys and girls. Only please stop us dancing, and we will never laugh at the little dog again. So the shoemaker took away the spell, the shoes stopped dancing, and the boys and girls all went home. The little dog went and curled up under the shoemaker's table, and this time he wagged his stubby little tail so hard that he nearly wagged it right off. That was the shoemaker and the dog. Did you guys like that story? Very soothing ASMR. I'm glad to hear that. Christmas spirit. Yes? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. I like it. Poor puppy, but cute at the end. I know. Poor little puppy. Yeah, it's butterfly pea flowers, lavender, peppermint, and lemongrass. That sounds so nice. That sounds really nice. Oh. How are you all feeling? You all feeling good? Oh, what? Does it? Are you having fun? Also, butterfly pea flowers and color shading tea, I know. when you add lemon or something, it changes color from blue to pink or blue to purple, I'm pretty sure. Good and comfy, good. Relaxing, good. I never thought I could be someone who uh, was capable of doing ASMR, if that makes sense. It sounds so silly, but it's how I feel. So, Merry Christmas. Wait, no, one more minute, guys. It's almost Christmas. One more minute. Hold on. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds to Christmas. 30 more seconds. 40, 15 seconds. Shall we count down together? Okay. Alright. Hold on. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas, everybody! It's Christmas for me. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hi, Ryan. If you're watching here, Merry Christmas. Even though it may not be Christmas for you yet, it is now Christmas for me. And I am surely feeling the Christmas spirit. Merry Kuri, Merry Kuri, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas to you, Adora. We appreciate having you around. Thank you. Adora's my early gift. I wouldn't say early. It's already Christmas. So your presents should be arriving soon, shouldn't they? From Santa? Yeah. I'm having a bit of a allergic reaction. No, like the dust from the book is greater than I expected, so I'm about to sneeze, I think. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Yes, yes. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm so happy that you're all here with me. Mm -mm. And that you're spending your time with me too. Bless you in advance. Hopefully I don't sneeze. The last time I sneezed 5 times in succession, which was a little bit crazy. But yeah. Sorry. Shandan Merry Christmas for him working at them. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. A very relaxing story of children nearly dancing to death because they were little shits. Well, if you're picking on a little puppy, I would say that is the very least of what you should receive. Okay. Don't pick on animals. Yes, don't pick on animals. This book is so dusty. Okay, the next story is called Peter's Birthday. Okay. The story is called Peter's Birthday. It was still dark when Peter woke up. Something special is going to happen today, he thought to himself, and then remembered what day it was. It's my birthday. He knew it was too early for him to get up, and he lay as still as he could in bed, but he was so excited that it was very hard. Slowly it grew lighter and the birds began to sing, and then the sun came up, shining through the window, making dancing shapes of light on the bedroom walls. Peter jumped out of bed and put on his dressing gown and slippers and ran to the door. He was just going to open it when he saw something on the floor, halfway under the door. It was a piece of folded paper. Peter picked it up. It had Peter on the outside. He opened it and this is what it said. There is a surprise for you downstairs. Get dressed first and come down. Peter put on his clothes as fast as he could. He was in such a hurry that he buttoned up all his buttons the wrong way. He ran down the stairs as fast as he could, jumping the last 3 all at once, and dashed along to the kitchen where he could hear his mother getting the breakfast. "Wait," she called to him. "You must not come in yet. Stay there till I tell you to come in." "Do hurry up, Mommy," cried Peter. "I want to see my surprise." And he jumped up and down outside the kitchen door. It seemed a very long time before at last he heard his mother say, "You can come in now." And he opened the kitchen door and dashed in. "Where is it?" he cried. "Where is the surprise, Mommy?" "Come over here," said his mother. "You are going on a treasure hunt. You will find the first clue on your plate, and then you must look for the others." Peter went to the place where he always sat for breakfast. There was a big piece of paper on his plate. It said, "Look in a place beginning with L. You find the next clue if you look well." "I know what that is," said Peter. "It's the larder. The next clue must be in the larder." He dashed over and opened the larder door, and there inside was another piece of paper. This one said, "If you want the next clue, then you must look in the place where Mommy would go to cook." "That's the gas stove!" cried Peter. He looked all around the gas stove, and right at the back, he found another little piece of paper. It read, "Now, out of this room and into the hall. Look high up, you will need to be tall." Peter ran out of the kitchen and looked all over the hall. At first, he could not find a clue anywhere. Then he read the clue again. "Look high up, you will need to be tall." "I had better get a chair," he said. He fetched a chair from the kitchen and stood on it. Then he was tall enough to see a piece of paper sticking out of the top of his father's coat, hanging on a peg. He took it down and read it. It said, "This is the last, so look with care. You will find your surprise under the stair." "It's in the cupboard," cried Peter. "It must be in the cupboard under the stair." He opened the door of the cupboard, and there inside was a box, and inside the box was a little black and white puppy. "Oh," cried Peter, "it's a puppy! My surprise is a puppy! What a lovely, lovely surprise! What a lovely, special birthday present!" And he ran out into the garden with the puppy, and they chased each other round and round until they were both tired. And Mother called them in to have their breakfast. Just as they were sitting down to breakfast, there was a knock at the door. "I expect it is the postman," said Peter's mother. Peter ran to the door and opened it. There was the postman with a big parcel in his hands. "Good morning," said the postman. "Is there somebody here with a birthday today?" "Yes," said Peter. "It's my birthday. Is that parcel for me?" The postman gave him the parcel, and Peter took indoors to open it. "Look," he said. "Look at my big parcel. I wonder what it is?" He cut the string and took off the brown paper. Inside there was some more paper and some more string. He pulled it all off, and inside the paper was a big box. I wonder whatever it can be, he said. Have a guess before you open it, said his mother. I guess it is a train set, said Peter. A big train set with an engine. What do you guess, Mommy? I guess it is a model aeroplane, said his mother. I'm going to open it and see, said Peter, and he took the lid off the box. Oh, look, he cried. It's a zoo. They are all zoo animals, look, Mommy. There is a lion and a tiger and an elephant, and some monkeys and a bear and a hippopotamus and a leopard. Look, Mommy, look at all my zoo animals. After breakfast, Peter spread out all the animals on the floor and made a zoo. Can you give me some boxes to make cages for my animals, Mummy? He asked. I shall need a lot of boxes for all of them. The monkeys can live with the elephant, but the tiger and the lion and the leopard must have their own cages or they will eat each other. When he had made the cages for the animals, Peter said, I am the keeper and now I am going to feed all the animals. I will feed the lion and the leopard first. They must have meat. Then I will feed the elephant and the monkeys and the bear and the hippopotamus. What does a hippopotamus have to eat, Mommy? He went round all the cages pretending to feed the animals, and he had just got to the monkey's cage when the puppy came bounding in, wagging his tail. In a moment, all the animals were scattered over the floor, and the zoo was in ruins. He picked up the leopard in his mouth and ran off, his tail held high. You naughty, wicked, bad puppy, called Peter. Come back! Come back at once and bring my leopard. But the puppy only ran faster, waving his tail in the air, and by the time Peter caught up with him, he had chewed off 3 of the leopard's legs and most of its paint. Never mind, said his mother when Peter showed her the pieces. I expect Daddy will be able to fix it. And now I think you had better get the puppy for a run in the garden. And that was Peter's birthday. So, there are so many stories. Wow. And I am so sleepy. I am so very sleepy. Is that how it ends? Kind of a cliffhanger? All these stories kind of end that way. I'm going to a Christmas market today. Yay, nice. What are you gonna get at the Christmas market? Let's chat for a bit. I am a little tired of reading. I'll get food. Okoma? What does that mean? Hello, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Once again, Merry Christmas. I hope you're all having a good Christmas. Also, don't forget, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing it morning karaoke. It's a traditional Greek winter sweet. That sounds so nice. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It feels like the space after Christmas before New Year is always so strange. It always feels very strange because it's like, oh, what am I doing? You know? It feels like a liminal space, basically. My mom and grandma are picking up the Christmas ham right now, so I'm left watching the cat. But you have made the job easy. She's still conked out. Good night, little kitty. I hope that you're having a good rest, okay? And having good dreams of chasing treats and terrorizing people. And also having many, many ham. Oh, I'm gonna go eat right back. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Thank you all for coming. She's a gluttonous beast, so I'm sure she's dreaming of food. Be nice. Now be nice. You know? Mm. Okay, let's chat for a bit more. But I think that I'm done reading tonight. I somehow have managed to talk myself into a sleeping daze. So, Merry Christmas, Lady Fortune. Merry Christmas. I'm going to do some grocery shopping. I hope you have a good grocery shopping time. Nothing wrong with dreaming and feasting tonight. It's like a free pass. Yeah, that's what I say. Hey, if you're feeling a little bit unkind about yourself eating so much, just know it's Christmas. You can eat as much as you want, or as little as you want. Eat to your heart's desire, but make sure you're full. Make sure that you are healthy, nutritious. Yes, yes. But yeah. Did you guys enjoy me reading for you? Do you like the setup, by the way? I I have Shoost, which is basically the one VTuber program that makes you look your model look really fancy and blended in with the scene, the background scene. But it didn't work for my model because I have green hair, so I had to use the OBS filter to kind of make myself blend in a little bit more with the fireplace behind me. See, that one there. I literally just tuned in and you said you were done. I'm sorry, I've been going for 2 hours. My voice is a little bit dead and I need to rest because I have a karaoke tomorrow morning, which is in. Let me check. How many hours is it that in? Let me check. It should be in 8 hours, give or take. In 8 hours. Yes. But you're all enjoying yourself, you know? As long as you are, that means the most to me. That means all the world to me. Really. So let's see. When is my karaoke stream tomorrow? I love you, Lady Fortune. Thank you. I enjoyed your reading. Have to watch the first 25 minutes beforehand. Your agrees the letter shading goes good. Agreed, rest your voice in order to sing with joy. Yes, so it'll be a Christmas karaoke, you know? Let's see. In 8 hours, I was right. So in 8 hours is my karaoke stream. Are you guys looking forward to that? It's just going to be like a little. It's not gonna be all Christmas songs, no. It's just, you know. Mm-hmm. I am every time I see you. Oh, my day feels better even though I was here really late. Thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Okay. Mm. But yeah. Ooh. Adora, do you know any good yaoi VNs to buy for my friends for Christmas? I remember one that's pretty good. I don't remember. I hear. Wait, I'm trying to remember the name of this one that people really like. It's called. Oh, I can't remember it. I think it was. Was it Sweet Malice? Praise is good, brings out wonderful feelings. Thank you. I don't remember, I'm sorry. But you could Google Yaoi VN's Reddit recommendations. They never lead me astray, so yeah. My girlfriend loves anime, so I'm wondering what I should get her for Christmas. I think you should get her a figure or an acrylic stand of her favorite character. That would be a good that would be a good gift, I think. Or a cute little Nendoroid, or maybe even a poster. Mm, I think those are good. Dramatical murder is the one thing on my mind. I think it would be funny if I played Dramatical murder on stream, but I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can. I probably get shot dead. But yeah. I'm not so sure you'd be allowed to. No, I wouldn't. I would not be allowed to, no. Oh, I got a nasty little. Should I read one last story for you guys? For anybody who just joined? Good morning, Adora. Good morning. Okay, one last story, alright? Okay. So, this is the last story that I'm reading for you all before I go off. And this one is called. Let me drink some water first, actually. Okay. This one is called The Little Pig Who Wanted to See the World. There was once a little pig who lived with his brothers and sisters in a very fine sty. His brothers and sisters spent their time happily squeaking and grunting and feeding. But the little pig wanted to see the wide world. He wandered round and round the sty, trying to find a way out. He stood on his tiptoes and tried to look over the wall, but it was too high. Then he said to the smallest but one of his brothers, "Let me stand on your shoulders. Then perhaps I shall be able to see over the wall." So the smallest but one pig stood still, while the little pig stood on his shoulders. But he still could not see over the wall. "Come here," he said to the smallest but two of his brothers. "Let the smallest but one pig stand on your shoulders, and I will stand on his shoulders, and then I shall be able to see over the wall." So the smallest but one pig climbed onto the shoulders of the smallest but two pig, and the little pig climbed onto his shoulders, but still he could not see over the wall. Then he called all his other brothers and sisters, and they all climbed onto each other's shoulders, and the little pig climbed right to the top, and at last he was able to see over the wall. "Now I can see the white world," he said, and in a moment he was over the top and away to seek his fortune. He had not gone very far before he met a wolf. "Good morning, little pig," said the wolf. "And where are you going this fine morning?" "I am going to seek my fortune," said the little pig. "Can you tell me, please, which way I should go?" "Why, certainly," said the wolf with a wicked grin. If you'd like to come along with me, I can show you exactly where you can seek your fortune. The little pig followed behind him obediently, trotting along behind and chattering about all that he was going to do when he had found his fortune. He was talking so much that he was not looking where he was going, and he did not realize that the wolf was taking him straight into a trap. The wolf led him into a deep wood, which grew darker and darker the further they went. The little pig's voice grew quieter and quieter, and at last he stopped talking altogether and looked around him. He was beginning to feel frightened in the strange, dark wood. "Where are we going?" he asked the wolf. "Is it much farther?" "My legs are growing tired." But the wolf did not answer him, and the little pig felt more frightened than ever, and wished he was safely back in the sty with his brothers and sisters. Then all of a sudden he heard a sound. He looked up into the trees above his head, and there on the branch was a big black and white magpie. "Go back! Go back!" cried the magpie. "Run! Run, little pig, or the wicked wolf will eat you up." The little pig did not wait to be told twice, but turned round and ran as fast as his little legs would go, never looking behind him until at last he was out of the dark wood and in the sunshine again. "That was a narrow escape," he said to himself as he trotted along. "I must be more careful next time." Presently he began to feel hungry, and he started to root about for something to eat. Just as he was busy shuffling, snuffling and grunting about in the earth, he heard a step behind him. "Hooray!" said a voice. "A fine little pig. I will catch him and take him home with me." The little pig looked over his shoulder and was just in time to see a boy creeping up behind him. The little pig dashed off as fast as he could go and just managed to slip through a hole in the hedge before the boy could catch him. He sat down and mopped his brow. "That was another narrow escape," he said. "What a frightening place the white world is. I would have done better to stay at home after all." By this time the little pig was very tired, but he was afraid to stop and rest in case more trouble came upon him. So he trotted along the road as fast as his little legs would take him, and every now and then he glanced over his shoulders to see if he was being followed. Soon it began to grow dark. Let me drink some water. Okay. Oof. Soon it began to grow dark. The wind moaned in the trees above his head and blew the dry leaves round his feet, and the little pig grew more and more frightened. "I wish I had never left home," he said to himself. "I wish I was back in the warm sty with my brothers and sisters." Just then he saw a light shining through the trees in front of him. It was coming from the open door of a house. No. There were two men outside the house, and one of them had a lantern in his hand. Sorry. He was holding it up as if he was looking for something. Suddenly, the man with the lantern shouted, "There he is! Look, he's coming down the road!" And he began to run in the direction of the little pig. The little pig sat down in the road, for he was too tired to go any further. The man with the lantern picked him up in his arms. "And where have you been, you bad little pig? We have been looking for you all day." It was the farmer, for the little pig, without knowing it, had come home. In a few moments he was back in the sty. His brothers and sisters were all curled up beside their mother. The little pig pushed his way in among them, where it was warm and safe. He did not tell any of them about where he had been, for they were all asleep. "Well," he thought to himself, as he snuggled down, If that is the wide world, I have had quite enough of it. Perhaps the sty is the best place for a little pig, after all. That is the last story that I have for you guys. That was The Little Pig. I'm pretty sure. That was the little pig who wanted to see the world. How are you guys feeling about that? Was the lesson just stay home and never touch grass? I don't think so. I think there are different lessons to be taken from every fable that you can apply. Where did you find them? I found them in a little book. I have the book with me right now, and it's a book called Starlight and Sunshine. It's a collection of short stories, I think made for children. So, a good note to end on after being read so beautifully. Thank you. So, thank you all for coming. I'm very, very sleepy now. See you all in 8 hours. Yes, 8 hours for my karaoke, okay? In 8 hours. Hmm. お疲れ. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you all in 8 hours. I need to sleep and prepare. And thank you all for coming to my stream. I really hope you guys had fun. And I'm just gonna Otsudara, Ipi, I'm Otsudara. Thank you for all for coming, okay? I'll see you around. And Merry Christmas, by the way.